I'm sitting in my field right now, which is kind of funny because, it's mid-September, and last time I was over here in Minneapolis, it was like -5 degrees. Right now, the sun's beaming. So definitely for Summerslam 2026 and falling on my 31st day of birth, I would most likely be over here in Minneapolis and go check that out. My opinion sometimes always surpass the other 3 in the Big 4, being Royal Rumble, Wrestlemania, and Survivor Series. But I've only been to 2. I've been to Survivor Series in Boston, and I've been to Summerslam in Nashville. So definitely next year, I'm feeling Minneapolis right now. I'm feeling it. But what brought this up for me is because, not because I'm just happy to be sitting in front of right now, but because of the fact that word on the street is that Triple H just, gave WrestleMania to Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania 43. Now, I'm not looking to get a stamp on my passport in Saudi Arabia. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in going to Dubai or any of these, I get balled on in states. You know what I mean? When I go to Korea, I don't tend to get balled on, and I'm not going where I'm getting balled on. I'm not interested in going to Saudi Arabia. Number 1. Number 2, my other problem with this is that like when I was in Kansas earlier this year, I did a stream about MCs. A lot of these MCs were like 40 and over, consistently going on tour in European countries and not going to any African countries whatsoever. Now, Saudi Arabia, of course, is not part of Africa; it's part of the Middle East. If WrestleMania 43 is going to be headlined over in Saudi Arabia, then when's the day over in Nairobi? When's the day over in Johannesburg? When's the African day? When's the PLE? I think WrestleMania, but PLE and over in Africa. I have a problem with ACW all Caribbean wrestling. It's already been to the Caribbean, like not throwing an event in Africa because of the fact that, hey, I want to get a stamp on my passport in Africa. I've already been to the Caribbean. I'm going to go see what's up in Africa, but they only just do shows so far in Barbados. I can throw on like a third Baja Dash I'm about to do. They only shows Barbados, they only shows DR, and then come right back around and do over here in States to do it on fucking Vegas or whatever. And I've just seen that as well too with WrestleMania because that's 2 years in Vegas. Now, me being from West Coast, I don't like Vegas. I'm not like Vegas. I don't like the demographics over there. I like the attitude over there. I don't like the environment. I don't like Vegas. So I was planning on doing WrestleMania to go to New Orleans this next year because they were going to throw it in New Orleans where Trent Reznor and Marilyn Manson supported some greatest records in the 90s when Nothing Records was headquartered over there. Even though now that it's been demolished and turned into a fucking gym, like plenty of other like the tunnel around over New York one time. The tunnel got demolished and turned into a bank. CDTV's got demolished and turned into some other like yuppie bullshit, yuppie corporate bullshit. And it's a pain to see that type of shit happen, but I still want to stand in the same area where it's like, okay, this history happened, even though it's now been demolished and turned into some yuppie corporate bullshit. So WrestleMania switching up next year to Vegas already pissed me off one time because I don't like Vegas. I rather go to New Orleans. Now they only do it for another year after I do Saudi Arabia. I'm not going to Saudi Arabia for anything anytime soon. That's not what my passport stamp is to be going to an African country. Saudi Arabia's in the Middle East someday. So WrestleMania is stretching out multiple years over and over, and this like reaffirms my position of SummerSlam being better of the Big 4. I'm not counting Money in the Bank. I don't give a fuck. Like, hey, I love Chris Jericho's in-ring game and what he brought to the table, but I'm not fucking counting Money in the Bank and changing shit to Big 5. I grew up on Big 4, so it's Big 4, and SummerSlam beats all that shit. And not just because of the fact that I was let down when I eventually went over to see Survivor Series in Boston, and Mercedes didn't show up because she was already eating to AEW. Not just because of that, and because the Boston crowd were some assholes. Not just assholes, they call it. Not just because of that, but also watching Survivor Series, it's dope in comparison to the other Big 4. I mean, the other Big 4 because it's a big person for Rumble. This WrestleMania is like the big time for WWE to sell out if you think about it. You know what I mean? Like this is the same WrestleMania where Mr. T was featured in. You know what I mean? I got mad respect for Muhammad Ali, but he was like the referee in the first WrestleMania for Roddy Piper versus Hogan. I forget who, but it was like he was a referee. It's like I've seen Floyd Mayweather knockout Big Show. Like it's like WrestleMania is the time frame to do the most hokey shit in WWE. It's like SummerSlam doesn't. They're gonna go do the hokey shit at SummerSlam. SummerSlam should be more you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna have better matches. It's gonna have better storylines. Everything's not going to WrestleMania is fine. We're not doing that. You know what I mean? During SummerSlam season, like the SummerSlam is like when I went to SummerSlam in 2022 and saw Brock Lesnar, it just happens in Minneapolis. When I saw Brock Lesnar flip over the fucking ring with a bulldozer, and usually I leave early. You know what I mean? When all the female matches are done because I think women's wrestling has all the content on this channel is about women's wrestling, to the streets. But that year I wanted the full fucking experience, and I wasn't disappointed. Seeing Brock Lesnar flip over that fucking ring with Roman Reigns with a bulldozer. I don't even have matches like that, but it was dope. Like, that was one of the greatest memories of all time. That same season, I saw Ric Flair get retired at GCP, Jim Carter Promotions. It was like the day after his anniversary because I was still writing for Cowboy States at that time, so I was getting in Nashville. But like, stuff is to say, that's some SummerSlam shit. You're not gonna have Brock Lesnar do shit like that at WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, like, I think Brock Lesnar turns here, he turns SummerSlam. So SummerSlam is just like the real deal. It's a big deal. SummerSlam's gonna go fucking Saudi Arabia, and you got WrestleMania for that. You see what I'm saying? So, man, like, it really is kind of hard because WrestleMania is supposed to be the big one. That's supposed to be wrestling Super Bowl event. But I don't like Vegas, so I'm not going to go back to Vegas for like anything. The pace up over there where I was working, no shit. I don't like Vegas. So why would I like not? And Survivor Series is like the two worst teams to go to. Like, okay, you got Boston sucks. That's where I saw first time. You got San Diego. I'm from LA. I hate fucking San Diego. Like that shit. So it's like the brackets suck. Fucking that's not my environment to go be in and spend money, tourist money, and stuff like that. Dude, fuck that. So SummerSlam next year is gonna be right here in Minneapolis. I'd rather spend over here. And it's just like it's different. Even when it was like -10 degrees last time I was over here, the environment, the spirit, the demographics were still something that I could coexist with. So I don't mind coming over to even when I saw Tiffany Stratton's current women's champion right now. She's from T-Go from Minneapolis. I saw her in Atlanta a couple of months ago in her performance against Trish Stratus, Hall of Fame. I get nothing but good vibes. I get nothing but good vibes from the Twin Cities area, in my opinion. And it's just like in comparison to somewhere like Vegas, it's like night and day. I don't get twisted, you know what I mean? Like this is still Twin Cities. It still is raw, depending on where you go to. There's all over the place, security all over the place. They got those guns on the last time I was over here. I saw a lot of different prostitution and stuff like that. Last time I was over here in the Twin Cities, but like I'd rather rock with this than Vegas. I'm just keeping a buck, and it's Saudi Arabia though. So I don't understand because again, like WrestleMania was saved next year in New Orleans. They could have got that what's the big event? Mardi Gras. They could have the Mardi Gras money. It was right there like April, May. Like it's right in that season. So I don't know what the hell TKO was thinking about. Like, oh, let's just forget Mardi Gras. It's like okay, Vegas money is always going to be there. It's always going to be spending money and doing stupid shit in Vegas. That's like model since it is what it is. But you go to New Orleans, you're getting mad tourism from Mardi Gras. I don't know who made that decision at TKO. You're going to go, let's move this. And then I understand the Saudi Arabia decision to an extent because that multi-year deal to have Clash of Champions and what was the other one, Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia has been going on since the late 2010s. Now I started looking to Australia for a Crown Jewel first because they're doing a lot of events now in Australia, and I don't really, me coming from the US, which is a European country, I don't really have any like motivation to go and spend money tourist-wise in another European country because I already am in one. But Australia is always like, last time I was in Korea, Australia's cool. They're really cool people that have been around, and I was like, okay, like, I'm not going to spend some going first, especially for wrestling. Like, that'd be cool. You know what I'm saying? Same thing like I'm from LA. So it's like, okay, Mexico, I'm not really interested. I've already worked in Arizona, I've worked all throughout the West Coast. I'm not really interested in going to do an event in Mexico, but then boom, they got the CMLL arena over there, and I like the design of the pyramid. And it's kind of like what Homeboy Sandman said on his latest record, Solo Di Gloria, where it's like, okay, like, yo, I'd like to see pyramids in Africa, but Mexico's a lot closer. So, even though I don't speak the language, now I was in Puerto Rico, that's the only, that's well, I'm in Super Caribbean, shit, I've been Greek Caribbean islands. I don't know how to. So, okay, like, Puerto Rico is the only place in the States where Spanish is the first language. So, I'll think, yeah, I feel comfortable. Yeah, I didn't like that, but hey, nothing physically happens to me, nothing, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, yo, like, nothing happened to me. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta say, everything's cool. So, yeah, maybe I wouldn't mind going to Mexico and go to see the love and see that pyramid over there. That wouldn't be too bad. But Saudi Arabia? WrestleMania? What is there for me to see? Like, no, and already just geopolitically speaking, there are current issues right now in the very southeast of Africa where people from the Middle East are like, no, you can't open up like Native Africans can't go and open up their own business or whatever. If I'm from Columbus, or, you know, they can't do that. It's coming into like it's like a mafia type thing. So I saw over agency the other day. So I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. I never ran into an issue with anybody, you know, from the Middle East like that, but then again, it's always usually just been like not quid pro quo, but mostly like me just giving money while they're up in my community to the stores, and they're hiring me. I can't tell you how many times I've applied to work 7-Elevens all over the nation, from California to Florida, and yeah, like it was a no-go. So despite me constantly patronizing shops that they own, so but then again, you know, I have the same issue from Africans over in North Carolina. I have the same issue really just with that whole chain, like Speedway and Under and all that. But suffice to say, I just really feel comfortable, you know, traveling all the way to Saudi Arabia just to go for wrestling. And I think it's really like I'm not the only U.S. citizen that feels that way. So I'm not the only one. I think it's stupid ass move by TKO. Like who's gonna pay for that? But this is dumb. Instead of, you know, just to get money off the cheats. Like, okay, I'm thinking about it too. Like, I like to see fucking money. Whenever these matches occur, when it goes Saudi Arabia, whether it's Crown Jewel, whether it's Clash of Champions, the women are always completely covered up. Who's going to pay to see that? Other than the cheats of the people that are naturally over there. I guarantee you, the males that are already like watching that shit in their youth, or like whatever, the people that are already watching, right? Like, they're not, you know, watching U.S. broadcasts. So it's like there's a certain level of attraction. It's like just do the doors that sells, and it's like, okay, that's not being met. We go and take it to Saudi Arabia. We take it to Saudi Arabia. It's a different product. We're not paid to see that, dude. Like, I don't know what TKO is thinking. Like, there's a really selfish move. In my opinion, going to put money on sheets, especially when it's like, okay, like, yeah, you broker guilty because of the oil. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you go over some of these African nations like Gabon, you go over like Guinea and like, you know, like Liberia, like, dude, mad resources. Why don't you just go into broker deal with them too? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's really tacky. And I understand that pro wrestling, a lot, you know, pro wrestling does play a big role. It doesn't play a big role, it does play a role in geopolitics. It does. I mean, that's why I know Linda McMahon has been in Trump's cabinet for like the second time in a row. You know what I'm saying? This time as a secretary board of education, so I'm last time she's treasurer. This man's wife. So it's like, okay, like, and then if you really pay attention, like, if anybody like in pro wrestling, like, for the basics of pro wrestling, it's like, okay, like, this is important on the world stage. Like, there's a reason why this shit, you know what I mean? Like, not this shit, but like, you know, this art form, this sport, this spectacle has been relaunched from back when the U.S. was going by Greece, was going by Rome. There's a reason why it stayed around for so long. You know, Saudi Arabia. I'm not paying for that. It's not happening. That's 2 years in a row. Where it's like, okay, I'm not paying for there. Vegas, again, we're doing, no, I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying for that. So yeah, sometimes it continues to win out. You know, they're going to be going in Minneapolis next year. It continues to win out. They always choose the best places. Like, what, last year, like, they were in Cleveland, they were in Detroit the year prior to that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they choose the best, it's like choose the best spots in the States for Summerslam specifically. And it's kind of humorous because of the fact that, in my opinion, the best region in the States, I've now been to what? 42 out of the continental states, and by the end of this week, I'll have been to what, 44 out of 48. And I gotta say, man, the Midwest is the best region of the states, and because it's the heart of America. You literally find out boom like Kansas. Boom, that's why I know Superman's over there in Smallville, Rock right there. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to the mythos of that particular sun deity and how that, you know, characters created. You know what I mean? Now, God wants to from the states, all that. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's a lot of history. It's not because of the fact that, like, you know, my boss, you know, my fatherland is in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not because of that. It's just what it is. Because again, the demographics in, you know, the Midwest do not reflect the demographics of where I'm from in LA. And where I'm from in LA reflects heavy demographics over in Vegas. I would never want to go spend money on something like, well, I guess like, well, you know what I'm saying? That's funny. Oh, and it's for Jersey as well. Yeah, it's kind of funny because like sometimes you just all these cities that notoriously get so much flack as flyover cities, but they're actually dope fucking cities if you're going to go like close up over there. Minneapolis is dope city, Cleveland, dope city, Detroit, dope city. You know what I mean? Jersey, dope city. Hell, everybody like there's something in New York usually goes and loses fucking Jersey because prices are so low. You know what I'm saying? From Biggie to Fat Joe, real talk. It's just like I don't get man like. You know, I say sometimes I say sometimes the best way before. I don't know, what type, you know, TKO smoking on, going for this deal, and you know, Clash of Champions, Crown Jewels enough too. Like to get Saudi Arabia of Wrestlemania. I'm not buying it. I'm not feeling it. Sometime away from, you know, 27 probably going to another great country in the States. And if anything, right now, just looking at, you know, I'm going to be near all the future dates for this promotion's PLEs. It's looking like Crown Jewel is now going to be abdicated to Australia, which I have a problem with. Again, you know, come from a European country and not really going to European country like from States. Australia does look good because whenever I go abroad, Australians are cool, you know, they cool folks. So yeah, I will not go per whatever in the future for Crown Jewel. But that means Clash of Champions as well too. Like, where's that going to be at in the future? Plus, I think they should expand their market as well to Japan, not only just Japan and Africa. Like, you can throw a PLE over in Nairobi, or a PLE over in Johannesburg, like one of those big tourist spots. You know, you need to do that. You don't need to do that if you're going to go to fucking Saudi Arabia. Like, Saudi Arabia is not necessarily a tourist spot. If anything, the big tourist spot in the Middle East will be Dubai. I'm just going in Dubai. And again, I still want to take that either. I'm not good. You know what I mean? I'm not good with that. I'm not good. You know what I mean? To go to a show away from Saudi Arabia. I'm straight. But you know, Kai Hall, they should go to a show over there. I think they want to expand over in Japan. And again, that one arena in Mexico, over in FC House, they need to find a way to throw a show over there because their recent promotion, like promotional, they acquired AAA Lucha Libre, and they just threw a show this weekend over in Vegas. For that, like, come on, if you're really gonna acquire Mexican-based promotion, throw that shit in Mexico. Like, don't have these Tex-Mex shit. Let's throw it in Vegas. No, throw it in Mexico. I don't know why they're scared of, you know, competing with CMLL. And probably I think TKO was scared. You know what I'm saying? AEW is already brokering that deal with CMLL over in Mexico, and they brokered a deal with Stardom over in Canada, Hall. So I think they're getting these little fucking competition. I don't see Tony Khan over AEW going to broker for a deal with Saudi Arabia. Not like he knows his audience. There's no big wrestling like history in fucking Saudi Arabia. There isn't. You have a big place. You got a steakhouse. I think they call it. It's that one steakhouse that whole used to go eat at when you go to Ichiban over in Japan. You got that over there right next to Fighting Hall. You got what is it? You got in Arena Mexico, been running since like early 1900s. So it's just like, yo, like. It's like, like it's a good tone deaf. It's tone deaf. Place WrestleMania. Just like switching locations to go. That's back in Vegas. It's a tone deaf decision when, you know, WWE decided to leave all that money on the table for Mardi Gras season. Like I would have been there too. I would have been WrestleMania. You know, WrestleMania is their time to sell out. That's their big sellout show. It's the ones they call it. So you know, it's expected. But this was a left turn. I did not expect to give, you know, for this show Saudi Arabia. That's sad. I will be supporting it in person. You know, I'm definitely going to keep my money for some time. This is going to be where it's going to be, and that's back to keep in on my whole return date. So this year I'm going to stay over in Jersey. I'm not tripping. Next year I'll be over in Minneapolis. So check that out. But I'm definitely won't be going to WrestleMania anytime soon. That's my word.